morning. I am Mr. Rani, Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering. In this video, we are going to discuss about the topic on remote sensing. Remote sensing is one of the major application in the geological investigations. Remote sensing is one of the emerging features in the geological investigation methods. We are going to discuss about the remote sensing. Remote sensing is nothing but we are going to describe the properties of an object without touching it is called as the remote sensing. Remote sensing, it has various stages in remote sensing. The first one is the energy source. The energy source is the main part, where the energy source maybe is the sunlight and the atmosphere is the energy source. Next one is the target object. Target object is nothing but the object that we are going to describe is called as the target object. Next one is the sensing. These sensors may be of the satellites or the sensors, or maybe of the drones. These are the sensors that are going to analyze the object is called as the sensors. Next one is the data that is collected by the sensors are going to be collected in a data collection manner, where the data of the target is going to be collected and being to be stored is called as the data collection and storage area. Next one is the analysis of the collected data is called as the it is the end result of the remote sensing. This remote sensing may be of it can use varieties of application purposes. First one we can use for the water analysis, that is the geophysical method, that is the for the geophysical methods, and it can be used for the land surveying. It can used for the water bodies. It can be used for the urban planning methods. These are some of the applications of the remote sensing. Here the remote sensing, it majorly uses the satellites, where the satellites captures the images of the object and captures and senses the properties of the water bodies or the land surface, and stores the data in the data collecting area, and it is analyzed, and it can be made into an imaginary land surface area. These analysis process requires a software where it can store all the data is called as the database, where all the data are collected and being stored. These are the major parts of the remote sensing. The major parts are like first one is the energy source. The energy source may be of is comprised of the atmosphere and the sunlight. Next one is the target. The target is nothing but the object that we are going to analyze is called as the target. Next one is the sensors. These sensors may be of satellites or drones. Next one is the data collection area, where the data are collected and being stored. Next one is the analysis part, where the analysis of the collected data are being analyzed. Next one is the imaginary data. Imaginary data outputs are used for the application for purpose is called as these are the major part of the remote sensing. Next one comes the GIS. GIS is nothing but the Geographical Information System. It is the computer-based framework that captures, manages, analyzes, and maps all types of spatial and location reference data is called as the GIS. GIS is one of the major growing part in the civil engineering area. Here GIS has many types, that is like RGIS and quantum GIS. These are the types of GIS. GIS it has many advantages. It can be used for the water management, it can be used for the urban planning, it can be used for the soil land surveying purposes. These are some of the applications of the GIS. These majorly has the four methods, where it captures the It captures the images, it manages, analyzes and maps all types of spatial and location data is called as the GIS. Here the GIS uses two types of data. One is the spatial data, one is the vector data and the raster data. Here vector data is nothing but the point, lines and polygons. Next one is the raster data. Raster data is nothing but the raster data is nothing but the pixels, that is called the raster data. These are the two types of data that is being used for the GIS. Next one, this is the GIS. The real world is looks like in the first one, real world, where the GIS layers may be of overlaying layers. Next one is the data, where the full view of the area is given. Next one is the elevation is given. Next one is the buildings. Next one, routes. Next one is the boundaries, water bodies and the data is nothing but the final output of the GIS is called as the data. These are the steps that is involved in the geographical information system. GIS layers are most important, where the real world looks in different way, but GIS layers the full view, the top full view of the full view of the area. Next one, it provides the elevation of the area. Next one, it provides the buildings that are present in the area. Next one, it routes the particular output. Next, it routes and it boundary, it gives a boundary for the output, and it gives the water bodies, which water bodies is nothing but the final output of the output of our GIS project, that is the water bodies, and finally the output data. These are the GIS applications of the GIS. These can also be used for the urban planning. It can also used for the soil investigations. It can be used for the water bodies investigations. These are some of the applications of the GIS. Next one, application of the GIS, as I said, it can also be used for the pipeline data. It can be used for the street data. It can be used for the vegetation data. Next one is for the building data. Building data may be the type of institutions that are being constructed. Next one is the vegetation, what types of crops that are being cultivated, what are the crops that are can be cultivated in the area. These are the vegetation data. Next one is the street data. Street data is nothing but is nothing but the mapping of the area is the street data. Next one is the pipelines, where the pipeline starts and where the distributory lines starts. It is the summary of the pipeline data. These are the few applications of the GIS.